Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and EU4, the Cossacks. Okay, so we finished off our war against the Golden Horde. We took over Ryazan. Suffered a lot of casualties fighting against Uzbek. Turns out they're pretty strong. Pretty strong. Let's go ahead and cancel off our military access with Nogai, because that is no longer pertinent to us. Costly trade embargo against the Golden Horde, you say? Probably should go ahead and revoke that then, as soon as we can. Unfortunately, we are now very short on rivals, and that makes me kind of sad. We only have the Timurids, which means we can only rival either Lithuania or Sweden, both of which happen to be my allies. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. If we had to pick one, I guess I would probably pick Lithuania. They're the weakest. I mean, they're allied to the Ottomans, which is the biggest problem, so there's not a lot that I can do against them, really. But maybe, if I'm lucky, there would come a point where the Ottomans are so obsessed with some other war that they wouldn't be able to defend. I mean, maybe. This would allow us to kind of leapfrog a little bit and start allying ourselves with Poland instead. I mean, we have to take Lithuanian territory to form Russia anyway, right? What does it take to form Russia? Hang on, let's find out. Ryazan? Oh, wait, no, we're going to have everything we need, actually. We just need admin tech 10, and we'll be able to form Russia pretty quickly. Alright, I stand corrected. We don't need that, but we will want to take some of Lithuanian territory, yeah? Ugh, I'm not a fan of this situation, but we did pick up a royal marriage with them because dang it! I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I did that. Of course, rivaling them will make it very easy to remove said royal marriage, so I mean, we need to have another rival, and I don't want to pick Sweden, because Sweden is a good ally so far, and we're getting Western arms trade from them. I would rather just get rid of Lithuania, so we're going to have no choice. I am so sorry, my buddy. We never even got a chance to fight in a war together, but you had a civil war, you got weak, and then the game said I needed a rival. So, it's like your parents going to you and saying, "Son, you need a rival." Why do I need a rival, Papa? Because you need someone to hate to make you stronger. That just sounds unpleasant. It is, but it is how you shall grow in life. It builds character. So go forth and pick someone to hate from your classmates. Yeah, my parents never did that, but, and obviously they would not. But it does make for a funny narrative. Alright, we obviously do need to sit tight for a little bit, though, and let our manpower reserves recover, because we are 17,000 men into the negative right now. Which is really, really bad for obvious reasons. Austrian concerners Burgundy arrival. I switch things around a little bit to create a proper fleet to protect our brethren in Viepsk. Well, that's a claim against Lithuania for us right then and there, and that would mean that, yes, Viepsk gets integrated very easily, very quickly. I mean, that would be nice, but again, until we have manpower, we have no intention of going to war against Lithuania anytime soon, especially if the Ottomans are going to protect them. So, no. We're going to sit back. We're going to go ahead and bump things. Well, actually, yeah, let's go ahead and reduce our army maintenance for a little bit. Not a ton, but a little bit, because it's going to take us a long time to get enough manpower anyway. Let's start churning out some money. We should consider spending some of this money. So let's take a look at some building options. Local trade power here for 7.6. That seems pretty good to me. Not seeing much there. All right. Production. 18 is pretty good. Is that another 18 down here? Yes, it is. So that's 2 18s. Those are both pretty good. We'll do those. 12. 10, 0, 0, 0, 3, don't care. Doop, 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 doop. Nope, that seems all okay. Temples. 10, 10, 11, 12, 12. 16 in Ryazan. That needs to get cored first, though. Blah, 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 blah. A bunch of 10s. Temples are definitely going to be more of the way to go than production for us, I think. Get a lot more taxes than production. Alright, how about barracks? Anyone crazy with manpower? 500. Not bad. Go ahead and pick that up. 500. Not bad. 250, 375. Nothing else extraordinary. Ryazan will be pretty good once it's been cored, as usual. 469's okay. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Again, increasing our manpower cap will increase the amount of manpower we recover every month. So it's good for reinforced speed and for just overall maximum manpower. And we have the money to spare, so let's go ahead and spend it, you know? How are we doing as far as our forts, though? For army tradition, we actually don't have enough, amazingly. Which is really weird to me, because I see that we have 7 forts at least. 7 forts, and we're not getting enough army tradition. Wow! I don't remember what the math was for that. We have 453. That means we need 10, actually. We need 10 forts in order for this to work, I think. I believe it's your amount of development divided by 50. 453 divided by 50 is going to be 9 point something. Well, it rounds up, so 10 forts is the amount we would need in order to get the full army tradition. Which is really high, unfortunately. Kind of sucky. Huh. How are we looking as far as... Okay, yeah, there's going to be a fair bit of unrest in Ryazan. Kasim Kasimov. Well, you got a little bit of unrest kind of wandering around over here. Lipetsk is going to be a problem. 20 unrest is ridiculously high. Good lord. Intolerance, non-accepted culture, war exhaustion, overextension. Yeah, that war exhaustion is actually really bad for us right now. We have pretty bad war exhaustion, I think. Yeah, 3.1. That's pretty bad. We're going to need to fix that. But I don't want to spend any points. It's just going to tick down on its own, and until we have our manpower recover, we can't go to war anyway, so... We'll let it just sort of come down on its own. Homegrown and natural. All natural. Do you want to pick up the next idea group? I mean, we're going to have to do it eventually, yeah? I really want to get to Divine Supremacy. 3% missionary strength is pretty awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and pick it up. Start working our way toward core creation cost minus 15% anyway. I mean, that'll be good for our monarch points, so... I suppose it's worth it over time. Actually, I think people underestimate how good that idea is going to be. This idea is going to be. This is actually going to be pretty huge for us. Minus 15%. We're going to do a lot of cores if I do my job right. We're going to take over all of modern-day Russia, plus a lot of Eastern Europe. That's a lot of admin power that we're going to save with a 15% reduction right off the bat. I mean, that's a great first idea. I love it. Yeah, we'll hold on to that. Alright, we have an extra diplomat just sort of sitting around. The Palatinate is now the new emperor. Really? Why the Palatinate? Where are you? You're here somewhere. There you are. You're a one-province minor. Usually the electors are interested in electing one of the larger forces in the empire. There's extra reasons for them to do so. But for some reason, it is the Palatinate. Okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me that much, so have fun. The Teutons would defend the Livonian Order whenever I decide I want to attack them, which I do. I'm going to want to expand my march to cover this entire area if I can. They're a march, which means they're going to have extra manpower, extra forces. I won't be able to annex them until I revoke that status, which is going to cause some problems, but that'll be a thing. Alright, Cossacks gain loyalty and influence. The Muscovite response happens. Wait a minute. As the Cossacks responsible are based inside our borders, the Kazani have demanded both compensation for the culprits to be brought to justice. Lose loyalty and influence. I don't want to do that, and I don't care if Kazan likes me. They're going to gain the border friction casus belli. No, I think the Cossacks are going to go forth and kill you. I don't care what the Cossacks do. Aha, the shoe is on the other foot. Which would sound very uncomfortable to me because shoes are shaped to fit correct feet, and then if they don't be on that foot, then they hurt muchly. Alright, Chernigov. How many people do you have? I want to know. Chernigov. 12,000. Actually pretty sizable considering your size. I am actually kind of impressed with how big you are. You're big and strong. We are allied. Alliance with Nogai, leading march, royal marriage and alliance. Yeah. I really regret having that, royal marriage with Lithuania. If I broke royal ties now, it would only cost us 1 prestige, honestly. But the advantage of having that is also that Lithuania can't declare on me without getting a stability hit unless they break the royal marriage. So I guess there's no rush to get rid of it. I just shouldn't have gotten it in the first place. That was a derp on my part. Alright, well, we're getting close to some core construction. I don't want to build any more castles. That doesn't make much sense to me. Shipyards wouldn't do a lot either. They just declared war. No, wait. Gazamuga. Well, there's two flags with some sort of bird on them with white background. I get confused. Somebody, this little guy here, declared war on the Golden Horde. Alright, that's fine. I don't care. Truce will expire between us and the Golden Horde in several years. Don't care. Defender of the Faith. No, thank you. No point in getting the extra missionary. I should probably go through here and change the best guess for which countries I want to get notifications about. There we go. Alright. Brabant has accepted electorate offer. Man, the Empire is weird in this game. Austria is tiny for 1. Venice 1. Hesse is huge. Bohemia is doing Bohemia things. Denmark is still surviving down here for some reason. The Teutonic Order still has Neumark. Usually that would go to either Burgundy, Pomerania, or Poland by now, but they're still holding off. France hasn't even reconquered all their territory, and Brittany is growing. This is a weird game. Scotland, fortunately, is still alive. And it looks like they're conquering little bits in Norway. Iceland is the only thing that Norway has. Okay. Well, Scotland won't last for long, unfortunately. Still. It's just interesting. It is just interesting. Create a proper fleet. 75%. Thriving industry. I mean, what would we do? Okay, hang on. Let's think about this for a second. What would we do if we got ships? We could build some in Neva. We could. And we could actually start doing some protecting trade in the Baltic Sea. That actually could be worthwhile. We maybe want to build a shipyard so we can reduce the cost of our ships. And then maybe we actually do want to pick up that mission. And it's going to take a really long time because we can only build them in one province, but maybe we want to start building up our ships. Disagreeing advisor. 10 prestige or philosopher dies. That's our yearly prestige guy. Really rather not kill him. I mean, I like yearly prestige. Then again, well, hang on, let me think about that for a second. So if I lose 10 prestige, that's 10 years of what this guy would have done. It'll be 10 years before this guy pays for his head, basically. Well, maybe I kill him. Alright, off with his head. I've never actually done that before. Off with his head. And we're going to wait for a new advisor to come into place. Hopefully a level 1 that we can afford and we actually want. So yeah, alright. We've gained a core against Ryazan. Excellent. So what do we want to build here? Was it a temple? I think it was a temple. Point 16. We'll want to build barracks there eventually as well. Seems good to me. We have too many forts all clustered together. I don't like it. I would much rather have a fort over here somewhere. You know, right here, for example. That'd be a good place for a fort. Get rid of the one in Gaelic. Put one here instead. You know, I just want the zones of control to make more sense. I like to move this, like, one province to the right. But unfortunately, that's not quite how it works. I could just delete them and rebuild them, but that would be a very expensive process. That said, though, we have had a lot of extra money just sort of floating around lately. We actually should consider getting ourselves some cannons once we get some manpower. My force limit has increased by 5. We're at 46. We could afford 5 cannons. We don't have the manpower for it, but we could do that. Man, that deficit is so bad, though. We actually can reduce our army maintenance even more because we're still giving it away faster than we can generate it. No point in having it any higher. Oh, take it back. It's starting to come back a little bit. Doop, 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 doop. There we go. That's probably alright. Yeah, alright. Well, let's just bump up to speed 5 for a little bit then. People angered by our failure to wait... this is the stupid Deus Vault thing. Alright, hang on. Kolga Maranamani. Where's Kolga Maranamani? Kolga. Doop, 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 doop. Where are you? There you are. Okay. How much? 7? And this is defensive territory. Let's put the leader in charge of this army. March them up here. Let's get our army maintenance back up. We're going to lose more manpower, which I don't like, but I'm definitely not going to lose this stability. Supplies for the Cossacks. Life on the frontier can be harsh, and while the Cossacks are used to fighting their own battles, a little help from the central treasury would probably be put to good use. Spend money, gain loyalty, gain influence. Permanent loyalty, not permanent influence, by the looks of things. Which is usually good, so we'll do that. Man, we're getting a lot of Cossacks events all of a sudden, aren't we? It's kind of cool. I like that. Can we make this last one more month? There we go, we did. Alright, 7 religious regiments rise up. They are Orthodox zealots. There we go. They're done. And we'll go ahead and reduce our army maintenance yet again. Start making 13 ducats a month. Not bad. Can we get ourselves a new advisor? National Unrest guy? Oh yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. Thank you for the theologian. In fact, we can now pass the advancement of religion. National Unrest +1 missionary strength, though. We do have a -2 unrest guy, and unrest isn't that bad. I'm actually going to pass that. And, I'm kind of curious. No, it's still not enough missionary strength. Gosh dang, these Sunni provinces are rough. We haven't had a Patriarch Authority event in a while. Where'd those go? Want more of those? Alright, well, I guess we'll just continue working on Speed 5 then. That building get finished? It did indeed. Alright, so we have a mission to have how many? 75% of the force limit, which is 15. 75% of that is what? 12? 11? I think it's closer to 12, honestly. I don't know how it rounds. Probably 12. So let's go ahead and start building light ships. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, 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 doop. There we go. It spends a lot of our money, but we'll have 12 ships building up over time. And we'll start taking advantage of the Baltic Sea trade node. Not that we're not necessarily doing much with it. I mean, having control in this node isn't going to do a lot except for backwash some of the money back into the Novgorod. Back into the Novgorod trading zone. Is our main trading point in Novgorod? It is. Okay. So we're pulling money from Kazan here. Now, in Kazan, it only has one direction to go. So as far as steering it to make it go into Novgorod, that's not doing us a lot. The only thing it's doing really is giving us more power, more trade power in this node. Which I don't actually think we need anymore. So let's recall this merchant. We can try to force more money up this direction, which isn't bad per se. We can try to collect more money here. Before I change this around, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start collecting in this node with my merchant, and let's see if our trading actually goes up. So hang on, right now we are currently making 6.07 ducats, right? So let's collect from trade. We have more tech available to us. Yeah, Navy tech sounds alright. Let's go ahead and do that. Bam, we're now several years ahead of time, which is going to increase our trade efficiency, which is actually going to increase our number here no matter what. So for science's sake, I may have just messed up the variables a little bit, but we'll sit back and wait. So now we're going to have 7.76 ducats. Okay. So let's not have this guy doing it here. Let's have him instead go to Kiev and start transferring money to the north. Yes? That seems all right. So we want to send the guy who is currently in Ostrakhan. There we go. He'll arrive pretty soon, and he's transferring more money up that direction. 7.76 ducats becomes, oh wow, 9.33. Yeah, okay, so that's going to improve our money situation a teeny weeny bit. And again, getting trade power in the Baltic Sea, I believe, will go toward the upstream trade node here. We'll get a little extra trade power in Novgorod, or at least kind of force some of the more of the money to stay in this node before it transfers. I think that's how that works. That all seems reasonable to me. We should probably improve relations with Nogai for a little bit, because they are technically our ally. Is there anything else that we want to do? I mean, I guess we could fabricate a claim against them again, but I don't really care. I don't want to fabricate any claims against Sweden. I mean, really, this is my only area of expanding right now. Unless the Ottomans stop protecting Lithuania, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. Although I would have Deus Vult against them, which is kind of nice. But no, that won't do me much good. I don't have a lot of areas of expanding for a little while, which is kind of on the unfortunate side. We'll make do with what we have to. I mean, we have to let our manpower recover for a little while anyway, so in the meantime, we are getting a lot of money. We've gained core province on Lipetsk, finally. That took a while. And if I wanted to convert you, that would take... Nope, still negative missionary strength. These Sunni do not want to convert at all. Yowzas. Unfortunately, it looks like we are definitely going to have Golden Horde separatists at some point, unless I increase autonomy, but I really don't want to do that any more than I have to, so let's not. We're still building ships in Neva. There's our first ever ship. Go forth and do trade power in Novgorod? Novgorod? Why can't you do it here? You're going to increase my trade power in this teensy little bit of strip of land. Okay. Well, I don't want to do anything in the White Sea, so I guess we'll do it here, but, okay. I honestly would have expected it to work in the Baltic Sea, but they're just gonna patrol the Gulf of Finland non-stop. This Gulf of Finland is gonna be really well protected, I can tell you that much. Oh, don't mess with the Gulf of Finland, the Russians will get ya. They protect their trade very zealously. Alsace has become an elector. Don't care too much about any of that. Well, this is a funny situation now, isn't it? Country modifier, foreign context expired. I guess we have nothing to do but sit around and wait for our ships to build and collect money and just sort of build up our infrastructure, let our autonomy tick down, let our manpower reserves recover, because I want to have at least 30,000 before I declare any crazy wars from here on out. And then we'll just be playing the reactive game to whatever Kazan, Crimea, and Nogai do. If we ever get enough, manpower, we have nothing really to do about it. We'll declare on the Livonian order. Oh wait, we can pick up the next. Oh, good. We'll pick up the next idea. Stability cost modifier is actually kind of nice. Could save us some power. And in the meantime, we just got our core creation cost reduction. Nice. That will save us a lot of admin power in the future. Love how that works. All right, well, that's going to be enough for this video, so thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus with EU for the Cossacks. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.